Documentarizing.
Documentaring.
Yes.
Mentoring.
You ready for your big debut?
Yeah. Hey, a special effects persona only.
Yeah. He can read good.
Huh? Is that Spanish? Spanglish? Yeah. What'd that be up in there? That be that dang confounded English, eh?
Almost there, I promise. We are going to begin our tour right here at the Special Effects Water Tank. Now, water tanks like this continue to play a major role in action films. Here, the explosive out-of-control mayhem. Here you'll find the explosive out-of-control mayhem you see in movies such as Crimson Tide, The Rock, and Pearl Harbor. In those movies, we use such effects as physical and mechanical effects. The action will then be filmed as a carefully planned out sequence of events. Now you guys are in luck because today we are filming our own action sequence titled Harbor Attack, using many of the same special effects used by directors like Michael Bay in their films. As a matter of fact, here's Michael to set the scene for us.
In this scene, Provo is on a surveillance mission, searching the skies for enemy aircraft. Who's caught off guard and the surfaces from the sea. This is going to require forward physical effects, split-second time, and careful direction. The lights, the cameras, lean down.
Alright, if anyone knows serious action, it certainly is Michael Bay. Now, some of the special effects we're going to be using today are going to include water cannons. Those water cannons are pressurized at up to 100 pounds per square inch. We've also got bullet hits, which have to be timed and programmed to match the continuity of the visuals and eventually the pattern of sound effects. Now, last but probably the most important special effect that we will be using today is going to be fire, which has to be ignited at a precise moment. Now, of course, our number one consideration when filming any special effects sequence is always going to be the safety of our actors and crew on set. Which brings me to you. Hello, sir. What's your name? Steve. Everybody give a big round of applause for Steve. All right, Steve, you have been cast as the role of mechanic on our PT boat right over here, and your scene takes place deep down in the belly of the boat in our engine room. But it looks to me like Dan forgot his water wings, so he's not going to be able to help you today. So if you'll just follow him, we've recreated that engine room topside, and he's going to show you what to do. Now, today we are going to be filming 2 scenes, but not in the order that you'll find them in the script. This is because most movies are shot out of sequence, which means that our actor right over here is reacting to a situation that hasn't been filmed yet, which can prove to be a little bit challenging. So it's up to directors like myself to set the scene for them and give them some motivation. All right, sir. I'm going to set the scene for you, okay? You are sitting in the engine room. Your engine's cut out. You receive a call from your captain asking what's wrong and how can you fix it. And you talk to him, and you keep talking right before 800 gallons of water comes crashing down this chute, ramming into you with all the force of a freight train. Do you feel motivated to hang on? Awesome, he's giving me the thumbs up right there. But that's probably because he doesn't realize that I lied. It's actually 1,000 gallons of water that will be crashing into him with all the force of a freight train. Sorry, buddy. So without further ado, we're going to roll playback. Now remember, you have just lost your engines. And action. Now pick up that phone, pick it up, and you're going to talk to your captain. Keep talking, because you're getting just a little bit wet. And cut. You can hang up that phone. All right, you did such an awesome job. Okay, we're going to give you one more scene, all right? I want you to stay right where you are. Look dramatically at the audience and act dry. Oh, I like the prep that he's doing right now. Almost. You got the dramatic part, not the dry so much, so we're going to give you a little bit of time to work on that. We're going to move over to our next scene. We're going to take this scene, insert it into our next scene, which takes place on the deck of our PT boat, so let's meet the rest of our brave crew.
Let's have a round of applause for our brave Captain Mike. And his crew of Ryan, Amberly, and Jose. Your cast is on the set. Crew, stand by.
Thank you, Dan. All right, cast, we are gonna roll playback. Now remember, you are on a surveillance mission. And action! All right, crew, you're wiping down the deck, getting nice and clean. Captain, you're scanning the skies for enemy planes and, oh, what's that at 10 o'clock? Looks like an enemy fighter and he's on attack. Oh no, you've been shot at, you've been attacked. Get that boat out of there, crew. You are stunned, you are terrified, you don't know what to do. Captain, hurry up, get that boat out of there because he's coming around for another attack. It looks like you've been hit. Hey, crew, what's out there in the water? There's something coming towards your boat. And it looks like an enemy torpedo. Luckily, it missed you guys by about that much. So you guys think you're safe. You're starting to relax a little bit, but do you think it's over? No, it's not over because, hey, crew, point up to the skies. We got some enemy bombers coming in at 12 o'clock. Bombs away, everybody. Hit the deck. Congratulations, crew. You guys survived the aerial attack. But wait, there's more. We got 2 torpedoes heading right up at the stern, but luckily they're not for you. They go under the boat. Point to the audience. And cut. All right, let's hear for that brave crew, everybody. Okay, we're going to take those clips, we're going to put them together with some computer-generated images, pre-recorded dialogue, and an exciting musical score. So without further ado, I present to you Harbor Attack. So turn left, head on down the ramp, head towards our prop room where some shuttles will be waiting to take you on the rest of your tour. Hope you guys have a movie magical rest of your day here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Thank you, bye-bye now.
The press is in the game to support us. The fake story of it represents the great new world of the system. It's a story about the rise of this new idea that information could be transformed by being published in this world form. Give a man a fire and he builds our country.
The internet's changed plans, forcing systems to reorganize.
This is not a documentary. In the case of WikiLeaks, there really exists no really good documentaries laying out the facts.
Within these huge spaces, filmmakers can literally create their own worlds. Our Florida sound stages are soundproof, weatherproof, and most importantly, air-conditioned. All vitally important for the cast, crew, and equipment. Many of the crafts needed for filmmaking are located right here on the lot. On the left, we have our own greens department. It grows flowers, trees, shrubs, and topiaries. A few well-placed plants can cover up empty spots on the set and add a touch of natural beauty to a scene. On the right are 2 of the aircraft from the 2001 blockbuster hit Pearl Harbor. These exact full-scale replicas of P-40 fighters were used in the special effect fight sequences. Of course, many of the planes you saw flying through the aerial battles or sitting on the ground weren't real at all. They were created entirely within a computer. Oh, keep your cameras focused to the right. We're coming up on that perfect angle of the Eiffel Tower I told you about. It's a true masterpiece.
Yeah. Hold on, what are you talking about?
Over by the canyon, there's an actual plane that won't just be blue on the
That's what represents me more than these.
We're entering one of our most glamorous and colorful departments, creative costuming. Every star has to have just the right wardrobe, and it all begins here with a designer's sketch. Our team of designers, seamstresses, and tailors can turn 1.5 million yards of fabric into over 25,000 costumes every year. Many of these costumes will become part of the shows and attractions of the Walt Disney World Resort. In fact, here in Florida, we have the largest working wardrobe department in the world. Why, Mickey Mouse alone has over 175 different outfits to choose from, while Minnie Mouse keeps more than 200 unique costumes in her wardrobe. On the left are costumes worn by the stars in recent studio productions. You'll probably recognize some of those costumes from the big screen. Every story needs a setting, and our design staff can create just about any place a script calls for, from an urban city street to a remote desert canyon. On the left is our scenic shop where large-scale sets and props are built. Our team of set designers, carpenters, artists, and engineers has created caves and caverns, game show sets, even replicas of the U.S. Supreme Court and NASA's Mission Control, all on our sound stages. The shop also provides sets and props for our shows and parades here at Walt Disney World. The same skill and craftsmanship that goes into a movie set can also be used to create magic for our parks. Either way, it's all about making dreams come true.
Looks like it.
That's a Little Mermaid.
Nope, it's actually
Now we're
raining.
entering a zone we call the Boneyard. It's an outdoor storage area for oversized props and vehicles. Cars, trucks, boats, planes, we often save these props in case we need them for future production. In this backlot collection, you may find real working vehicles, non-working mock-ups, and even large-scale miniatures used in special effects shots. Large-scale models create a more convincing illusion on camera.
Yeah, like it when it rains. I don't know. I can see either way. Yeah, they get to drift more, or they're like, no. What we do, it makes it.
We need you to close the umbrella, please. Unfortunately, we know it's raining, but please, umbrellas are not allowed on the train.
Dream Stunt Show. On the left, you may catch a glimpse of the Mediterranean fishing village that sets the stage for this thrilling attraction. We'll get a closer look at it soon, but for now, we're approaching one of the largest standing sets on our back lot. It's over on the right. It may not look like much from this angle, but it's pretty spectacular on the other side.
Got a little bit of power.
This is great, folks. The production crew has just given us clearance to enter the set.
Hello, Backlot Tour. I'm Amy, a production coordinator here at the studios. I can see your shuttle heading toward our canyon set. I've given your driver permission to come in and take a look around. I'm up here with our effects crew, and we're getting ready to shoot a test sequence. Oh, on the way in, you're going to be crossing a wooden bridge, and things may get a little bumpy, so please, hold on to your belongings, especially hats, cameras, and glasses, and keep an eye on any small children at your party. And of course, please remain seated at all times. Welcome to the set. As you can see, we brought the bare, dry deserts of Southern California to green, typically humid Central Florida. This set is based on real locations that our production designer took pictures of. Our set crew spent about 6 months building the canyon, but we've used it for a number of TV shows and specials over the years. For our upcoming production, the script called for a tanker truck. We found this one in our backyard, but it was too big to drive into place. So we picked it up with a crane and set it down here. We're up on the overhead platforms, and I see our director has arrived. As soon as the rain effect is ready, we'll begin the sequence. This sudden shower is really just a special effect. We rigged up a series of water nozzles just above your tram. The water sprays in a crisscross pattern to create a sense of depth. But this storm really comes to first. time. Everybody stay seated. Hang on to your belongings and watch your children.
I'm Bob Scanaway, director of the new Disney Toon Studios animated feature, Planes, Fire, and Rescue. Looks like the historic aircraft on the right is getting into the spirit of our new film. It would fit right in with Dusty Cropper, Dipper, and all their high-flying friends from Piston Peak National Park. You know, that plane was known at airports across the country as November 234 Mickey Mouse, or the Mouse for short. Back in the early 1960s, Walt Disney himself used this plane to scout locations for what he referred to as the Florida Project. His team purchased many acres of land here in Central Florida, but they kept the Disney connection a well-guarded secret. Eventually, the secret was out, and the Walt Disney World Resort became a reality. Enjoy the rest of your tour, and I hope you enjoy Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
On our right, we once again sweep past the magnificent Mediterranean village of our lights, motors, action, extreme stunt show. This high-octane attraction is based on the hit show from the Walt Disney Studios Park in France. In this action-packed production, you'll feel like you're right there on the set during the filming of a spy thriller, complete with custom-built cars, motorcycles, even jet skis. You'll experience the split-second timing, coordinated driving, and fiery special effects that make action movies a real blast. This staging area to our right is known as Acceleration Alley. Here, the custom-built stunt show vehicles rev their engines up to 70 miles an hour before making their high-speed entrances onto the stage for our lights, motors, action, extreme stunt show. Of course, these are professional stunt drivers. We hope you'll enjoy their daring driving skills, but please, don't try them yourself. On the left, we've reached our second boneyard with more historic props and vehicles. When we reuse older props in a new production, they're often refitted with custom parts and given a whole new color scheme. You might not even recognize them the next time you see them on screen. For instance, coming up is our friend Herbie the Love Bug. He went through a special demolition derby makeover. Those dents and dings were added on purpose, but he can be polished up as good as new for his next starring role.
I want that. And that. Huh?
On our right, we now have a very different view of the fishing village set. From this point of view, you can see that there is no inside of the buildings. They are just false fronts or facades. In the movie business, set builders only create what the camera has to see. It's an old movie trick dating all the way back to the silent era. To add to the sense of realism and avoid the cost of set building, many of today's television shows and movies film on location in cities and towns across the U.S. But out in the real world, you've got to contend with noise, traffic, crowds, and various visual elements that may or may not belong in your film. Here on the backlot, we can avoid these problems because we created our very own flexible urban environment. Our Streets of America facades can stand in for a small town or a giant metropolis. As we come around the last corner on our route, you'll see the skyline of New York City in the distance. It's really a series of painted flats, expertly designed to fool the eye and the camera. We can dress and decorate these streets to look like any city we want, from Chicago to San Francisco. Depending on the choice of vehicles, props, and costumes, we can even turn back the clock and set our story in a different time. And what's more, these sets are built with Florida weather in mind. They're made to withstand 100-mile-an-hour winds. You're welcome to visit our streets of America anytime during your visit today and get an up-close look at the skills of our set designers and builders.
Are you and Madison the same height?
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoy your tour. We, for sure, enjoy having you along with us. So please, I'm going to ask you to remain seated until the shuttle comes to a complete stop. And these doors are going to be open for you, so please wait until the doors are above your head. Once the doors are above your head, you're going to be exiting towards the back of our truck. That's the only way back to our park.
Alright, ready for our final voyage?
Intertax here. We're on Maelstrom. We're doing something, but we have a very important mission here in Maelstrom. We have to find the hidden Mickeys. It's the last time it'll ever be open. Off! We're off!
This way.
Will be the last.
Or shall you be the last? Those who seek the spirit of Norway face peril and adventure, but more often find beauty and charm. We have always lived at the sea, so look first at the spirit of the seafarer.
Let's hop over.
There are those who see Norway's spirit veil in the land of forests and mystery, where trolls still prowl the water's edge. How dare you come here, invaders! This is troll country! The glory be gone! I'll cast a spell. Yes! You disappear! 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 Back! Back! Over the pond! Before recorded time, Norway's spirit roamed the seas of the far north and beyond. Norway's spirit still wanders in her grave.
Forgot about that one.
Norway's spirit has always been big, all always be adventure.
I forgot how short it was. Yeah.
Please remain seated until you go past.
These are free.
Yeah. That is awesome.
It's only 115.
I want all of these.
I want that biohazard one. That was cool.
It's been previously up.
That's so cool. If I could, I'd buy every single one of these things.
It'd only be about $50.
Well, you deliver in 30 minutes or less, right? You see, I ordered the panda-colored paint last week, and...
Yes, I don't see you will find the address.
Oh, yes, I realize the address isn't clearly marked, but that's because the location is secret. It's a secret hideout. See, I can't...
Well, sure, you can give me a better idea where it may be located. I can't quite see anything.
Okay, then maybe I should just give you a hint.
Yes.
A really big one? Okay, I just tell you it's above the convenience store, which has been surprisingly convenient.
Sounds like Doofenshmirtz is trying to buy paint for his depaninator. There's no time to lose.
Thanks to you, though, we know where to find his hideout. And more chow mein.